All right, we're starting with defense stocks because they are rallying. I'll give you a few examples. So Northrop Grumman up as much as 8%, Lockheed Martin up 7%, RTX up as much as 4%. The reason behind all this, well, President Trump said he's going to request an increase in the U.S. military budget by more than 50% to $1.5 trillion for 2027. Now, that news actually helped the stocks rebound from yesterday when they fell because President Trump called for curbs on executive pay, shareholder returns in the sector. But it's not just here in the U.S. You have BAE Systems rose as much as 7%, Rheinmetall as much as 4%. Defense stocks rose in Asia, too.
Right.
And, I mean, we've seen the action, too, right? The U.S. raid on Venezuela, maybe, who knows, Greenland.
4 years ago, Putin invades Ukraine. The morning after, we're putting the show together, total panic. We're putting a show together, and I go get David Folkert's Landau. And he predicted 4 years ago exactly what you're talking about, that there would be massive fiscal spending on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be interesting to see to what extent the European countries step up and meet
Really step up.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
That's a bet that's out there. I would say it's not a reality
Germany,
yet.
I think people feel pretty comfortable about Germany, but it's kind of everybody else. Are they going to make that 3, 4, 5% of GDP? I don't know.
We'll have to see.
All right. Home builders.
Yeah, home builders. That's another one because this, of course, going off headlines too. Home builders stocks lower. President Trump, he moved to ban those large institutional investors from buying single family homes. He said it's this push toward housing affordability. He didn't give any details on what kind of effort this is going to take, but he did talk about, he said he would talk about it at a speech upcoming at the World Economic Forum in Davos that's taking place later this month. So I'll give you a few examples like KB Home. They've been down as much as 3%, Pulte Group too as well. Even Blackstone, you look, a major investor in residential real estate, their shares fell by as much as 9%. And home rental company, American Homes for Rent, their shares fell 4%. Experts are saying it just comes down to whether the legislation, comes to the floor and how it's actually structured is what it comes down to, what they'll be looking for.
Yeah, I get a lot of heat on this. I don't have a lot of clarity. I need clarity. I need to listen to what, like you say, Lisa, listen to what the experts say.
What the experts are saying. Yeah.
I would just think, I understand how we got, I understand how we got to this housing shortage, but can't you just build more houses?
Yeah,
I don't. But now they're telling the permitting is difficult, and the cost of construction materials with inflation have been going up. So, but that's a big issue,
I have to admit, I was outbid by a company just like that, who I couldn't compete with. So yes, it does happen.
So you did what a lot of people do is they go to lower cost parts of the country.
Right. Right. Yep. That's why I went to Pennsylvania. There you go.
You're in Pennsylvania?
That's where we bought a home. We wound up buying a home
with
there.
Michael Bard, their neighbors.
Yes, I don't commute from there.
Are you outside Pittsburgh?
No.
Practically.
No, she's got her place. It's near the Regency on Park Avenue.
Yes.
Next.
There you go. Okay, I got to go to Constellation Brands, okay? Their shares up more than 2%. STZ is a ticker. They own Corona, Modelo Especial, right? So they reported better than expected quarterly results, reaffirmed their full year forecast. They did warn, though, that consumers, particularly the Hispanic community, are buying less beer. They pointed out immigration crackdown. They also pointed to the downturn in those, 4,000-calorie jobs, like the demanding jobs, like the construction workers or the agriculture workers, and they usually help boost the beer sales. And, the beer market's been struggling. Consumers are looking for healthier. We talked about non-alcoholic drinks. They're actually launching a non-alcoholic version of Modelo. They even have the lower calorie ones, which I enjoy. They're the 90-calorie versions.
That you enjoy.
Yes. You can enjoy a nice, refreshing beer, but it's only 90 calories.
What's
Corona Premier and Modelo and Modelo Oro. Those are the two.
Very good.
I'm guessing Bryan Adams doesn't drink a 90-calorie beer, would be my guess.